Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tim.
This is Amy.
And we're Coasters and Cosplays. And today is a brand new vlog. And we're here at Dorney Park in Allentown, Pennsylvania for Amy's first ever visit and my first visit in a decade. And so yeah, we're super excited to get inside. Anything you're excited to ride?
I don't know yet. I don't pay attention to the rides as much as Tim does because I try to stay spoiler free on these rides. So I'm just gonna kind of go along for the ride.
Did you see anything in the parking lot that looked cool to ride?
I mean, that dive coaster does look cool.
Okay, at least she's outside there. Okay, I'm excited to ride it too. That's the only new coaster that is here since I was here last. So yeah, excited to go get inside, give this park a visit. So yeah, come inside with us and check out Dorney Park for her first ever visit here in July of 2024. Hey guys, it's been 50 minutes since we went through security.
And we're now heading to our first roller coaster.
Yeah, no, let's just say we had to go to guest services because after the issues we had at Worlds of Fun and Valley Fair of my dining plan and her drink plan not working, we figured we would go to guest services and make sure they worked before we went to the back of the park to start our credit run. And good thing we did, because my dining plan works, but her drink plan didn't work.
My drink plan didn't work. My pass is still a dead pass. Fortunately, with the app, I could get in. But yeah, no, my drink plan and IC plan didn't work.
Yeah, and I called Knott's Berry Farm after we went to Worlds of Fun and Valley Fair and it didn't work. I called them and they said, no, everything's good to go. You shouldn't have any more issues going forward. And we had issues. And so yeah, we spent the last 30 minutes outside of guest services and they were waiting for a response from Knott's, and they finally, it seems at least, they got the dining plan finally added to her.
The drink plan.
Oh, sorry, the drink plan added to her pass. It's only been like, 10 months since I bought the passes, but hopefully it doesn't give us any problems when we go to Canada's Wonderland in a week and a half.
Yeah.
Hoping so. But anyways, we're here, we're inside the park, we're gonna try to have the best time we can. We got a little over 4 hours. They've got 8 roller coasters here. One of them is currently showing it's temporarily closed on the app, so we'll see if that one reopens. But for now, we're just gonna try to get as many roller coasters and rides in as we can in the next 4 hours. So come and join us, see if we can get everything open. And if not, we'll have to maybe come back tomorrow, but let's try to get everything we can today. First up, we're heading to Planet Snoopy, because they have a kids roller coaster in here.
And why
so
get it done first thing?
Yeah, we want to get that done first thing and then head to the bigger rides. So yeah, let's head to the Woodstock Express back here somewhere. Look at the pretty waterfall with Snoopy on top of it. So cute. All right, got Amy her kitty credit. Let's head to something a little bit more thrilling. They do have a classic style whip here, which we rode one at a park in New York. It's, right, Playland. Yeah, Playland in Rye, New York. We rode one. So yeah, if you haven't seen that vlog, check it out, because yeah, we rode one there. And yeah, they're super fun flat rides. If we have time, we'll ride it. But again, we're prioritizing getting Amy all her credits and then me the +1 that I need here. This area of the park is called the Steel Yard. It just got renamed this year with the addition of the massive B&M dive coaster, Iron Menace, that you can see actually right in front of us, right up here. So yeah, they rethemed this area to the Steel Yard. And yeah, it's all about the Pennsylvania steel factories, and that's what Pennsylvania is really known for, is a lot of steel manufacturing. So they got some theme music going on in here that sounds really cool. Yeah, let's go check out at least one of these rides. Up first, we're gonna be riding Possessed. It's an intimate impulse multi-launch coaster that shoots you forward and backwards up the spike over here. And also, there's a spike right here. Very similar to Steel Venom that we just rode at Valley Fair, Minnesota just last month.
guys, we just got off of Possessed, and I gotta say, I really liked it. Not my favorite though. I definitely wish that they would do this brief hold that the one at
Valley Fair.
Yep. Valley Fair does. I love that brief hold before it drops you on the straight height, but it's still an enjoyable ride.
Oh yeah, super fun, nice launches. I love the curve spike, but like she said, when I rode this last 10 years ago in 2014, it did the holding brake and it doesn't anymore. So my favorite definitely still leans towards Steel Venom at Valley Fair that we did last month.
Oh, by far.
Just because of that holding brake. It's just unexpected, and it just adds a little bit of fun to the ride that otherwise it's pretty predictable. It's just forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. Just a little bit of unpredictability to the ride, but still a fun ride, a great time we just had. So yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit because Iron Menace has been closed for the last 30 minutes. We've been waiting to see it cycle, it hasn't. So we're actually gonna head over to the wooden coaster here that's actually celebrating 100 years old this year. So let's head over there. And we're here at Thunderhawk celebrating its 100th anniversary this year. It's a 100-year-old wooden roller coaster. I know when I rode it 10 years ago, it was pretty bumpy, but I know that it got updated with retrack in 2016, 2017. So, yeah, let's go give this a ride, see if it's done better since the retrack work. We just got off of Thunderhawk, their classic wooden roller coaster that's been here for 100 years as of this year. What do you think of that one?
Oh, it's a really good ride. It's a good woody. It's a top tier, no. But honestly, I like these classic 100-year-old woodies where they're just out and back. They're just an enjoyable experience.
Yeah, and I will say, after riding it 10 years ago versus today, it's way smoother now than it was 10 years ago. When I rode it 10 years ago, I was like, it's a one and done. I could not handle more than one. It was just that shaky. But yeah, now it's definitely more enjoyable because they've smoothened out the track. They've done some new wood on it. And yeah, you could tell that they've put some effort into it and it's not nearly as rough as it used to be. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this one. Next up, we're gonna head up to the Morgan Hyper here, which is called Steel Force. That means we'll have ridden all three in the United States in the matter of like a month. So let's head over there and get on the Morgan Hyper called Steel Force. Hey guys, we just got off of Steel Force. There's not a lot of off-ride footage I can give you because a lot of it does go back behind where the rest of the park is. Can't really see much of it from the park areas that we can access. So I did put everything I could get in there. But what did you think of that?
It was good. We kind of went in knowing that it wasn't going to be as good as Mamba, we were hoping it would be better than Wild Thing. We did not like how Wild Thing went, and it definitely landed where we expected it to. It's a good ride. It is a good ride for this park. I just wish that it would get the Mamba treatment.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen our video from Worlds of Fun from this past summer, last month, go check it out. But yeah, basically what they did is they took the mid-course brake run where they slow you down. They made you, it only slows you down a little bit. And then this one slows you down like a medium bit. And then Wild Thing at Valley Fair slows you down a lot of it.
It takes you almost to a complete stop at Valley Fair.
Yeah, so our preference of which one we like more is the ones that trim you less on the mid-course. So yeah, like she said, it definitely, this fits in the middle between Wild Thing and Mamba for me. Still the best coaster we've ridden so far today. We've only ridden 4, but easily the best of the 4 we've ridden. Still a lot of good air time throughout, and then that helix, that turnaround helix that you can't see from the park.
Yeah.
So strong of G-forces. Loved it. Almost remind me a little bit of the helix on Titan and Goliath.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, definitely very strong G-forces on that helix. Anyways, we're gonna head over and try to see if Iron Menace looks like it might open soon. It's been down ever since we walked into the park. We got footage of it while we were walking in because it was operating, but it hasn't operated since we walked into the park, so we're hoping it reopens. So let's go check out to see what's going on at Iron Menace. Alrighty guys, we're coming up on Iron Menace. As we were walking across the bridge over here, we saw 4 maintenance people all walking the other way. And it looks like we're seeing people in the station right now, so looks like we're gonna get on. Brand new for 2024. Dive coaster, look at that, it's beyond 95 degrees. It's beyond 90 degrees, it's 95, so it's slightly beyond vertical. And Amy said it's absolutely beautiful, and I agree. This is such a gorgeous dive coaster. The dark gray steel looking supports and that, like, you know, charcoal brown / orange track just looks so good. We cannot wait to ride this thing. So yeah, we see people on the train at the station, so we're gonna run over there like they are. Well, not really, we're gonna walk.
I can't run.
But yeah, we're gonna walk over there, get on it, and then we'll get some off-ride footage. We'll see you afterwards. As we're walking up to the station, I do appreciate the sound, the like little gears and stuff like that. But also look at this awesome looking station building with the McTavish steel. And someone pointed out, I think it was Coaster Studios in their vlog from Knott's Berry Farm, the storyline behind this is actually about a guy whose last name is McTavish, and he has a grave at Knott's Berry Farm that's been there for years. So I love how they incorporated something from Knott's into Dorney that's all the way across the country. Oh, looks like they're heading out. Oh, yep. Let's go give this a ride. But yeah, look at this queue. It looks great.
Oh, it's themed so well.
Yeah. Cedar Fair is not known for its theming and queue lines, but this is definitely like, look at the railings on this. Like, you can tell that they purposely aged it. It looks so good.
No, if you look down at the handles, you can see where people have picked off the paint versus where it was painted to be rusted.
Oh yeah. No, you can see the difference for sure. Anyways, we're gonna go join this queue and get on the ride. Best of all, we just got row 1, which is my favorite row on a dive coaster because you get held there in front. So yeah, let's go check out this in row 1, Iron Menace. Here we go. Here we go. About to get on. So we're in the Iron Menace gift shop now, and holy cow, are these shirts freaking awesome. Wow, that's great. Amy found one that she likes. Oh yeah.
Showing the other designs.
All the stats showing that it's 64 miles an hour, 95-degree drop, 4 inversions. I would question that. The inclined loop is not, in my opinion, a full inversion, so I would give it 3, but to each their own, I guess. Yeah, they got a lot of different merch here. McTavish Steel Company, the storyline behind it. This is freaking dope too. What the heck? That's a dope t-shirt. They got these little posters. They got nano coasters. They've got magnets. They got pendants. Holy cow, they have so many different designs. Oh, look at this. Man. They have at least 10 different designs for Iron Menace. So they're definitely...
I mean, it is its first year.
Yeah, you're right. It is the first year. So yeah, you can definitely tell they're hyping it up. There's what the nano coaster looks like right there.
That's Steel Force.
Steel Force. And oh, this is the all of Dorney Parkscape right there. Look at that. Iron Menace is right there. Right there. And that's Steel Force that we rode. And Thunderhawk in the back. And then we have to go hit up these other 2 over here. So yeah, why don't we go check them out right now? Gotta leave the gift shop first though. We were so focused on the gift shop and all that cool merch, we forgot to record our opinions of Iron Menace for you guys. What did you think of that dive coaster?
Oh, that was such a good ride. So far, it is absolutely my favorite of the park. And yeah, no, I wish it was longer. It is so good, and I wish it was longer.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely the best ride that we've done so far today. And yeah, such a great dive coaster. I know some people don't like the smaller scale dive coasters. I love them. In fact, like Emperor is currently my favorite dive coaster. I love that it doesn't have the mid-course brake run to slow you down halfway through the ride. I still think I prefer Emperor because that view across San Diego and the bay is really hard to beat, let's be real.
Yeah.
But this is a really good dive coaster. I loved it so much. And the theming, I appreciate that, while it's not a full theme like you get at Universal or Disney, they definitely put effort into it, and you can tell.
Oh yeah.
And the storyline, and like, you know, and just the sound effects throughout the area, like you can probably hear some in the background right now. Yeah, this is a full experience package in this area now. Excellent addition. After going so long without a new coaster, they needed something like that, and I'm glad they got it. Yeah. Anyways, there's 2 more coasters that are open right now that she hasn't ridden, so let's head that way. I think one of them is Talon and the other is Hydra, so I think we're gonna do Hydra first, so we'll see you over there. We got a little sidetracked. Before we go to Hydra, we're gonna do Demon Drop. It's an old school Intamin drop tower, like a really old one that actually used to operate at Cedar Point. And yeah, we're gonna give this a ride. Amy's never done one before. I've ridden this one and then the one at Magic Mountain back when it operated. So let's see what Amy thinks of these old school drop towers. Here they go. They're about ready to fall. All right, we just rode Demon Drop with a friend we just made. What's his name?
Ryan Hamby.
Ryan. Nice. Well, nice to meet you, Ryan.
Nice meeting you as well.
He got to experience Amy riding her first ever old school Intamin drop tower experience. What did you think of Demon Drop?
That was actually enjoyable. I was so worried because Tim kind of described it to me and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. That sounds weird. And when I looked at it, I'm like, I don't know if I want to ride that.
It looks weird.
But riding it's basically just a drop tower with a little bit of flair to it.
Yeah, no, I love that thing. I like I said, I rode it 10 years ago when I was here last. I rode the one when I was a kid at Magic Mountain. There's a big old gray area debate on if these are credits or not in the enthusiast community. Personally, I don't count them, but I could totally understand if people did. I don't count them, but I can understand why. Would you count that as a credit?
I don't know.
Okay,
I have to sit on it for a little bit.
Okay, well, we'll think about it. We'll let it simmer. But yeah, that's our first reactions, her first reaction to an old school drop tower that used to be a Cedar Point Demon Drop. All right, we still have 2 more roller coasters to get on that are open. Let's run over there and get them before the park closes in an hour and a half. You guys just saw some off-ride footage of Hydra the Revenge here at Dorney Park. Opened in 2006, a B&M floorless roller coaster. What did you think of that?
That was good. A little more rattly than I was expecting it to be, but it was still good.
Yeah, you can definitely tell it's almost 20 years old at this point. So it's got a little bit of a rattle. What I appreciate about that specific floorless roller coaster though, it just does a lot of different elements that aren't on many other floorless roller coasters. Typically a floorless roller coaster has like the lift hill and then like some sort of turd and then the drop. That would just go straight to the drop. And then the other thing is that one has what's called a JoJo roll, but you saw like the slow inversion out of the station before you go to lift hill. Really unique. That's only on this one as far as B&M goes, the manufacturer. Yeah, it's just got a lot of unique elements, and that sea serpent roll or the cobra roll, whatever you want to call it, packs a really great punch. And yeah, absolutely fun floorless coaster here at Dorney Park. Easily, I would say at least my second or third favorite here. I think currently it's Iron Menace, and then I think it would be that and then Steel Force as I sit right now. But we'll see how Talon goes too. That might shake up the rate keys a little bit. And yeah, so we'll see you over at Talon. It's the last big coaster that she's missing. Sadly, Wild Mouse, we think is gonna be closed the rest of the day. We'll go check by, but we're pretty sure it's gonna be closed.
Yeah.
They got some live performers here for the Summer Nights event. Got some steel drums and percussion, awesome. The guy named Ryan that we rode Demon Drop with did tell us that he rode it early this morning, but then went down, and sadly it does look like maintenance isn't here, no one's here. So sadly, Amy's not gonna be able to get this Wild Mouse credit, which isn't the worst of things because she does not like Wild Mouse credits, Wild Mouse coasters in general, but still a bummer she's missing a +1 here. The last coaster that's open that we can get on today is Talon. It's their B&M inverted coaster. I remember really good things about it when I rode it 10 years ago, so definitely want to give this another go and see how it's riding this year. Look at the very pretty full moon. Well, that's gonna wrap up our 4 hours that we had here tonight at Dorney Park. First of all, we didn't record a reaction inside the park. What did you think of Talon, their inverted roller coaster?
I'm usually not a fan of inverted coasters, and that was phenomenal. I loved it. It is definitely up there in like my top 5 for inverted coasters.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, it's definitely one of my favorites too. I mean, it's still not to quite the level of Alpengeist or Montu at the Busch Gardens parks, or even something like Afterbird at Carowinds. I think I like a little bit more, but I think I would put that like right underneath Afterbird at Carowinds. It's such a fun, intense for the size B&M invert coaster. We talked to one of the ride supervisors and they said that Wild Mouse has been down almost all day because an unknown error popped up around noon, and they don't know what the error is and how to fix it, so they're gonna have to get a hold of the manufacturer and try to figure that out. So that's why it's closed and it looks deserted, because it will be tonight and probably tomorrow. We might try coming back tomorrow morning, we'll see. But it is just a Wild Mouse at the end of the day. If all the credits for Amy to miss, that's probably one of the ones that we would want to miss, because she doesn't like them that much anyway. Overall, what were your thoughts of Dorney Park? I know we were only here for a few hours. What did you think of it?
No, it was really good. It's a nice park. Definitely one that I wouldn't mind coming back to again in the future, especially once, when Wild Mouse is open. And if they open another coaster by then also, it would make it more worth coming back. It's a good park. My overall thought though, the thing that I think irked me the most, and I don't know if this is just something that they haven't implemented yet or if it's not being taken seriously right now, but the chaperones. We had more than once where these kids, maybe middle school at the oldest, would either come barreling through yelling obscenities, or in an earlier lead up to a ride, just starts randomly shouting stuff during our videos, and then once we close up, they're like, oh, are you recording something? It's like, yes, we are. We have a camera up, and now you've just talked over us in the ride because you decided to shout. And it's just annoying because, you know, it's just these kids running around, and I wish that the chaperone policy was here, because I've noticed that at other parks, and it does help because it keeps the kids from being able to just run amok. But at the same time, if a park even has it and they don't keep up on it, it's not going to change anything.
Yeah, we did see signs when we were coming and saying there was a chaperone policy in effect. And we actually saw someone at security asking for someone's ID to make sure they were 18. Otherwise, they couldn't come in unless they were accompanied by someone 21. So they were enforcing it at security. It just doesn't seem like they were enforcing it inside the park, sadly. Overall, my thoughts of this park is it's a pretty park. I just still think they're missing, even after Iron Menace, they're missing a really solid standout roller coaster here. Like I definitely like. I like Iron Menace, I like Talon, I like Hydra, I like Steel Force, but they're just missing something that like really will draw in, like a thrilling roller coaster that's gonna draw in a lot of people, because Iron Menace just wasn't it for me. Like it's a super fun dive coaster, and the GP obviously love it. But as an enthusiast, I would love to see this park get something a little bit more standout in the thrill enthusiast liking category.
Like a Raptor?
Yeah, a Raptor would be great.
Because it's not that, because they don't have to worry about capacity as much, because it's not as big of a park.
Yeah.
And it's small enough that they could fit it somewhere, especially if they because from what we heard, Wild Mouse is always having problems.
Yep.
And even Iron Menace, it's only been open a couple of months, and we heard that it's been going down pretty often.
Yeah. So yeah, we'd love to see something better in there. Honestly, I'd love to see them replace the Wild Mouse with an RMC Wild Moose. That'd be a perfect family.
Would be better then.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they designed it to fit in the spot of a Wild Mouse. They don't have to tear out anything. They just put it in that same exact spot. Perfect fit. And then, yeah, I would love to see some thrilling roller coaster here. I think another great addition that they should do is really, I think, like a multi-launch coaster, whether it be from Mach or from Intamin, because yeah, they have Steel, not Steel Phantom. They have Possessed, which is their inverted back and forth Intamin impulse coaster, but they don't have a solid launch coaster that is a full circuit, and that also would be perfect. So if they did an Intamin or Mach multi-launch coaster, that would be also perfect here. But yeah, something along those lines I'd love to see in the future. I definitely don't think this is going to be a park that we rush back to anytime soon.
No.
I'd much more quickly rush back to Hershey Park, which is an hour down the road, in my opinion, just because we enjoyed our time there, and the coaster collection is just way better. So yeah, that's going to do it from our night here at Dorney Park. I know it's only a few hours we were here, but thank you so much for tuning in. Tomorrow we're going to be heading to a park in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. That's sort of the theme so far this trip. We're gonna be heading to a park called Knoebels. I'm really excited. It's an awesome family-owned amusement park, And yeah, I cannot wait to share that with you guys. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, so that way you can see that vlog, which will come up next in this playlist. And until then, I hope you have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.